Order filled.
What's going on, everybody? Snowski here, coming back with another YouTube video. Hope you guys, as always, are having a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and made some money today. You guys know I hit a banger. Coming into today's video is going to be a trade recap and also talking about the higher time frames into technically regards of what the fuck happened today. A lot of people that study my content, right, they study the concepts of QT and smart money concepts. And regarding these concepts, well, this dump was a little bit unpredictable personally, right? So the way I built my narrative the last few weeks, I was thinking otherwise. I took shorts in regards of looking for longs after as a narrative. Did not play out exactly. We're going to be breaking down what exactly I think was the reasoning behind this, what to expect after this, and well, my trade breakdown, what I caught 30-minute power of 3 today for 100 handles on 5 micros, a nice little $1,000 to the funded account. Guys, I hope you guys had a wonderful day trading today. As always, we're going to be jumping into the sped up live where you guys can see my execution going on live, what I was looking for, and where my entry and TP was. But after that, when you guys are back, we're going to be breaking down the trade, the higher time frames, and everything regarding that and what's to come next. I'll see you guys in a minute. Peace. And we are back. I hope you guys had a wonderful time watching that sped up video, but you guys are here for the video to see why did I take my trade. For a lot of people that are new to my content, I personally teach and use quarterly theory and smart money concepts. When you incorporate both of them, they are very correlated in different matters, such as power of 3, market maker models, AMD, right? All of these ICT concepts in regards to quarterly theory refined from day. And if you put them all together, well, you technically get a super precise, refined trading strategy that I personally use and, well, created my personal strategy around that, such as lower time frame fractal power of 3s. So coming into today, before we actually jump into this, if you guys aren't already part of Collectors Club, my 100% free Discord server where every single week we do live free weekly recaps where I break down the market with you guys. I do free notions for you guys. I do free ICT teachings for you guys. I do a shitload of free content. If you guys aren't part of this already, join that shit up. Link will be in the description. But guys, let's hop into today's trade. What I'm actually going to do, just for you pocket watchers, is pull up my execution marks, and let's go to the 1 minute time frame so you guys can see. As you can see right here, I don't know why. Let's oh, I can't do a replay. Why is the thing looking that good? Oh, it's the new week opening gaps. Give me a second. Take these off. There we go. So coming into the market today, I was able to profit off of, down to true day, it was technically 100 handles and 3 quarters. Now, breaking down today's delivery, why exactly was I looking for, well, shorts? Simple answer is cracking correlations. So you guys understand in regards to QT and power of 3, right? There's always going to be two sides of the market here. There's always going to be a side of the market which is obviously aligned with narrative, and then there's going to be an opposing side that realistically is going to be the manipulation, right? So you're obviously going to have a manipulation and a distribution every single day in regards to our daily cycles. Our daily cycles are either going to be AMDX or XAMD. Breaking down today specifically, I was looking for more criteria for longs. Now, why exactly was I breaking down longs coming into today? If you guys study the higher time frame, now I'm just going to take off my executions just so it's a little easier to see. If you guys look on the higher time frame prior to the big dump we had today, at this low that we created Tuesday during London, which is technically yesterday, we had a monthly cycle and a DC at the lows. So these two confirmations in price were from QT were telling me the signatures that I wanted to see in regards to longs. As breaking down the entire week, I was looking at the week more of an AMDX scenario, meaning we accumulated Monday, we then manipulated Tuesday during London, and what confirms that manipulation is, well, cracking correlations. So the cracking correlation we had was not only the monthly cycle, but the daily cycle SSMT. Okay, so in regards to QT, I was looking at it on the side of, okay, possibility of us now sending up for distribution against all the buy side draws, right? Because we have engineered buy side from our previous week. On top of the fact that we have an unprotected high on Monday, the big sell-off on Monday had zero cracking correlation, meaning no protected high. All of these signatures in price, I'm looking for price to then target against coming into not only Tuesday, but today, right? Because Tuesday was our manipulation. Today's likely to be distribution. I was looking for longs, but in regard to my trade on our fractal 30-minute power of 3, one big thing that was technically telling me opposite of today, now I'm just going to take off our power 3s, was the fact that when we opened up at 10 in the morning, I'm sorry, 9:30 at night, jeez, I can't even speak, 9:30 a.m. for opening bell, there was one thing that lacked, and that was given cracking correlation to prove bullish displacement. So I talk about this a lot. We're always going to be given in power of 3 sense and also QT sense true open. So we're going to have a true open in regards to QT, and we're going to have a key open in regards to power of 3. So our daily open and our true day open, well, they're kind of like overlap today, right? As you can see, if you were to mark out our daily open right here, you can see how they're very aligned, true day and daily open. And what was I looking for in regards to longs today was a given prominent cracking correlation below this opening price. Because think of power of 3, right? If we're anticipating an open low high close for the daily power of 3, we're looking for a cracking correlation below it to then validate manipulation to send higher. Now, we didn't have that. As you can see, if you look at all of the correlated assets, neither one of these assets put in any prominent SMT below our opening prices. So immediately coming into market open, I'm looking for weakness in the market, such as bearish cracking correlations, to send us below the opening prices, give us a cracking correlation, and validate longs for the rest of the day, and hopefully for the remaining of the week. Now, even though I use that interpretation of price for today to short the market, as you can see, I will pull up the executions right here. As you can see, I shorted the market all the way down to true day, specifically because I knew we were going to get below true day to put in that cracking correlation. We kept sinking lower. Now, before we hop into all this down here, I want to break down my trade. You guys understand I use QT in sense of SSMTs, power of 3, and don't mind my chair. It's very, very squeaky today. I don't know why it's acting up. But breaking down our 30-minute power of 3, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go and replay and actually press the button for you guys, so you guys could just kind of get a visual representation of what I was looking for. Let's go to the 1 minute. Actually, no, we're going to start on the 1 hour. So in regards to our 1 hour, you guys know from day to day, SMTs is considered a weekly cycle. As you can see, ES fails to run out the previous day high. YM, where are we? There we are. YM fails to run out the previous day high. ES fails to run out the previous day high, but NQ makes a higher high. So at this case, we have a weekly cycle bearish SSMT. On top of the fact that if you come into the lower time frames, we also did put in a 90-minute with YM opening bell. So YM ran out our, technically, is this 9? Yeah, so where's 9:30? Right here. There we go. So we have a 90-minute with YM. We have a weekly cycle with ES and YM. And then this is coming into market open. I'm anticipating that we're obviously going to sell off down to true day, right? True day for our 30-minute power 3 is my main draw on price because there's zero given cracking correlation to validate longs. So in a sense that we're likely to manipulate lower and then distribute higher later in the day, very likely. So I was looking for shorts coming into market open, but I'm obviously looking for cracking correlations to prove the reversal morning open. So we have a weekly cycle, which is our 1 hour. We have a 90-minute, which is our 5-minute. Coming down into the 1 minute, you can also see that, well, when YM shot up and took our previous 90-minute cycle, we also took our previous micro cycle. So now, not only do we have a MC, a 90-minute, and a weekly, we also have some, I'm not going to break it down only because I don't want to teach everything about regarding QT, right? That's what my inner circle is for. But we also did have 3 more quarterly theory concepts around 9:30. So when everything finally refined, I saw that we dipped up into technically a QT aligned concept, or like a Pediarite, right? I'm not going to be breaking that down, but from there, I shorted. I can't pull up a thing. I'm in replay. I think I was right here. Stops at the high. TP on true day. So let's actually go back a little bit. There we go. That was my trade. So it wasn't 105 handles. It was more like 175. There you go. That was my trade right there. So I had a 36-point stop. I had a 100-point to true day. I was in 5 micro, so it was $1,000 on the funded today. Very, very beautiful. So guys, you can utilize this interpretation of price every single day. Is looking at both sides of the market, right? What side of the market really lacks any given cracking correlation? And well, if it does not align with narrative, well, now you kind of have like a draw on price, okay? Very, very easy. Is what side of the market lacks, what side of the market is strong. And, well, boom, now you have a narrative with simple QT and power of 3 understanding. Now, breaking down this entire dump, I won't lie, but I'm a little baffled by it. I will not lie. Now, breaking down what I think this might be. A lot of people, with myself as well, what we're going to do is we're actually going to pull up the ICT thing so I could see my monthly candle. Take this off. As we can see, our monthly open being right here. When our month opened, a lot of people kind of anticipated this as accumulation, myself included, right? I was seeing this as, okay, we accumulated, we manipulated, and then we're likely to distribute this week. But the more and more we sink lower, I'm starting to kind of feel that it might be, instead of AMDX, it might be XAMD. Because breaking down, we understand that, well, the trend from the previous quarter, meaning quarter 4 of our previous month, well, we were expanding super high from the smart money reversal when we took October's low. From there, I mean, technically speaking, we expanded from that range, even though it was very high resistance. It was very accumulative, and personally myself, I was seeing this as accumulation. Why would we dump this low if we're in distribution phase, right? That kind of doesn't add up. So the more and more I break it down, the more and more I see signatures of falling over shorter and shorter, on top of the fact that all the way at the high on Thursday last week, YM put in a new all-time high, right? That was a significant cracking correlation that really reversed us in the market. But at the lows, we do still, actually, no, it's not that low. Give me a second. We still do have a monthly cycle bullish SSMT, right? Because YM still has not gotten below our previous week's low. ES and NASDAQ is below it. And this is still confirming, well, a cracking correlation in the market. But I truly feel because we expanded our first week and then, well, we started to accumulate, understand that even though Friday sold off super hard, Friday has its own function. Right? Break down a given's week quarter. We understand it's Monday to Thursday, right? Because there's only 4 quarters in a cycle. Friday's function is totally kind of like, I wouldn't say neglected, but it's has its own rules. And Friday was the reaction we got when Thursday and YM, coming market on close, took all-time high. So Friday's delivery, even though selling off super hard, it didn't really fit in the cycle. You know, technically speaking, if you were to just simply draw a box of price between Monday to Thursday, you'll see all we did was accumulate. So it would make sense if we expanded, accumulated, manipulated, confirmed by a cracking correlation, some type of signature at the lows, and then higher prices. Now, in regards to, if you break it down on a scale of, let's actually pull up my new week opening gaps. We also have if you look on the daily chart, an unmitigated new week opening gap. So we have 0 sell side delivery through a unmitigated new week opening gap from quarter 4's week of last month. And seeing that realistically we're only 200 handles away, honestly, I feel like we're going to get there. I truly feel we might want to just mitigate that gap in order to see efficient price and then send for higher highs. That's truly my anticipation. Understanding that this week might not be distribution, it actually might be manipulation. And even though we have cracking correlations on the lows, such as the monthly cycle, it could just be kind of doing like a time distortion, like a little bit of a stall in order to kind of get where it needs to be, to then prove higher prices. Now, if you do look at it on a 1-hour scale, you'll also see that, well, we're kind of setting up for a buy model too. We have original consolidation, followed by first stage reaccumulation, second stage, possible dip into new week opening gap that's unmitigated, smart money reversal, right? Because we understand there is a monthly cycle at the lows, and, well, likely to see distribution our last week of December, which would be the last week of the year. Meaning, if we're to expand from the new week opening gap above the manipulation highs, we're looking at a very volatile quarter 4 coming into the monthly cycle. But this is simply, I have not given enough breakdown, right? I haven't seen enough information to really prove this. I'm gonna have to give you guys an update coming into Friday when the market closes, so or like kind of like on Friday night. But I mean, this is a lot. It's you should have seen how surprised I was. I shorted this morning in result of seeing longs after, and the reaction wasn't there. I went to the gym, I came back, the market sank. I mean, today we literally sunk like almost 600 handles. That's beyond me, man. I did not expect that at all. But hey, I still won today. I still made money today, so that is perfectly fine. This week has been banging. I made money on Monday. I did not touch the markets yesterday because there was nothing I liked. And then today, nice little banger. So 100% win rate this week. I'm up like 1,700, so a little light. But you guys know I'm on multiple accounts, so I mean, it's fine. But Guys, I hope you guys made some money this week. Be cautious coming into the rest of the week and also coming into tomorrow. Of course, I'll be updating you guys. If you guys want a more deeper insight on everything that I'm breaking down here and maybe kind of like an earlier access to what I'm thinking, join the Discord server. You guys understand, Collectors Club, 100% free. It's in the description. I give free information. I give free Snowski outlooks every single week. Let me go to it right here. So I call out things all the time. So if you guys aren't part of that, join that up. But guys, I hope you had a wonderful week so far. Coming into tomorrow and Friday, we have some more days to trade. So let's make it a banger week. And coming into the remaining of the month, let's make it a banger December, closing the year. But guys, hope you guys had a wonderful day trading today. I will catch you guys tomorrow. And as always, I'll see you guys at the top. Peace out.